Ugama, the ass of terror.
Here is Abeni village, nestled deep within the heart of Africa, surrounded by dense, mysterious forests and vibrant wildlife. The villagers lived simple lives, farming, hunting, and weaving tales of old around nightly fires. But beneath this tranquility, a dark presence lurked, embedded by a small, seemingly insignificant man named Akpakpa. Though he was diminutive in status, Akpakpa wielded power that sent shiver down the spines of even the bravest souls. Akpakpa was an evil wizard, and his fearsome reputation was well earned. He possessed an old wooden axe imbued with dark spiritual energy, which he used to kill those he perceived as threats. His magic was rooted in an ancient towering tree hidden deep within the bush. This tree, with its snail back and twisted branches, was a spiritual portal through which Akpakpa could disappear and carry out his evil deeds unseen. By striking the tree with his axe and chanting dark incantations, he could travel anywhere his malevolent desires took him. Akpakpa's ambition was limitless, and his heart was as black as the night. He had a daughter, Uki, whom he dreamed of making the next queen of Abeni. The village young widower Prince Oye had recently lost his wife under mysterious circumstances, which many suspected to be Akpakpa's doing. Oge was a beacon of hope for the village, embodying the promise of a brighter future. But Akpakpa sought to control this future through his daughter, aiming to make Uke the next queen by any means necessary. In the same village lived a young orphan girl named Ose. Her parents had passed away, leaving her in the care of her uncle, a harsh and uncaring man who treated her like a servant. Life was a constant struggle for Ose, but she found solace in the forest, particularly under the ancient tree that Akpakpa used for his dark deals. Unknowns to Ose, the tree had a spirit of its own. It had sensed her kindness and pure heart, and in turn, it provided her with comfort and peace. Ose would often sit under the tree, whispering her sorrows and dreams to its ancient bark. The tree, in some mystical ways, seems to listen and offer her solace. One moonless night, the village respected healer Otiti was returning from a late call. She had been tending to a sick child and was making her way back through the forest. As she walked, she heard rustling in the bushes and saw a faint glow. Curious and concerned, she moved closer to investigate. To her horror, she saw Akpakpa performing a dark ritual, his eyes gleaming ominously in the dim light of a fire. Otiti gasped, her instinct telling her to flee, but it was too late. Akpakpa's sharp ears caught the sound, and his piercing eyes met hers. Fear gripped her as he advanced, his small figure now towering in madness. "You shouldn't have seen this, Otiti," Akpakpa hissed, raising his enchanted eyes. "No, Akpakpa, please," she pleaded. "I won't tell anyone." But her words fell on deaf ears. With a swift, brutal motion, Akpakpa brought the axe down. Otiti's life ended that night. Her body left in the forest, discovered by villagers the next morning. Fear spread like wildfire, but no one dared to accuse Akpakpa openly. Meanwhile, Ose continued to find solace under the ancient tree. She would often escape her uncle's harsh treatment to sit by the tree, feeling a sense of peace and safety. One day, as she sat crying under the tree, the prince happened upon her during this hunt. He was struck by her gentle spirit and kindness, strength that shone through despite her rough life. They began to talk, and soon a friendship blossomed between them. As time passed, Apapa's evil heart became bolder. The village chief advisor, Akali, had grown suspicious of the sudden death plaguing the village. Akali was wise and had long suspected that dark magic was at play. He began to investigate discreetly, determined to uncover the truth. One evening, as Akali was returning from a secret meeting with elders who shared his concern, he felt a chill run down his spine. He had heard whispers of Apapa's nightly activities and decided to follow him. Through the dark underbrush, Akali crept, his heart pounding. Apapa was in the midst of another ritual, the air thick with malevolent energy. Akali watched in horror as Apapa communed with dark spirit. Just as Akali turned to leave, a twig snapped under his foot. Apapa wheeled around, his eyes glowing with unearthly light. Akali, Akali, you shouldn't sing this. You have seen too much, Apapa said, his voice dripping with malice. You've met the same fate as Otiti. Before Akali could react, Apapa struck him down with his axe. Akali's lifeless body was found the next day, adding another name to the list of mysterious deaths. The village was paralyzed with fear, and whispers about Apapa's dark past grew louder, though still cloaked in secrecy. Apapa also decided to go to the scene of his horror in pretense, running in a very funny way with his small figure. This amused two little children, Essie and Ose, who were playing along the road near Apapa's house. They were young and carefree. Their laughter echoed through the air. As they played, Essie pointed at him saying, "Look, it's the tiny man," as she giggles. Ose joined in the laughter, making jokes about Apapa's height. Unknowns to them, Apapa heard her mocking words. His face twisted with anger, and he decided to teach them a lesson they will never forget. That night, Apapa performed a dark ritual under the ancient tree, calling upon his malevolent powers. The next morning, the village awoke to find Essie blind and Ose crippled. Their parents were distraught, and the children's laughter was replaced by cries of pain and confusion. The village was once again reminded of the dark presence that lurked among them. Prince Oge decided to visit Ose, and as they discussed, their bond grew stronger. She told him about her struggles and dreams, and he found himself deeply moved by her strength and resilience. Then, Ose decided to ask after Uke, and something strange happened. The prince was unable to speak about her. That evening, Ose visited the tree as usual and decided to talk to the tree about the prince's visit and what happened. The tree decided to help Ose after seeing her genuine smile. Sensing the genuine connection between Prince Oge and Ose, first broke up Apapa's spell that was cast on him to make him fall for Oge. Despite the darkness that Apapa spread, Ose and Oge's bond continued to grow. Oge had decided to call off his engagement with Uke, feeling a true and pure love for Ose. The villagers were abuzed with excitement, true that the kind-hearted orphan girl might become their future queen. Oge's decision enraged Apapa, who saw his dreams of power slipping away. He knew he had to act quickly to regain control. Under the cover of darkness, Apapa grabbed his enchanted axe and made his way to the ancient tree. In his desperation, Akpapa's action became even more reckless as he couldn't wait for the darkest hour of the night. On that fateful evening, Odia, who was hunting, had some noise and decided to pee, thinking it was a grass cutter, only to see Akpapa perform his ritual under the ancient tree. Odia's heart raised as he realized the truth. Determined to expose Akpapa, Odia planned to gather the villagers and confront the evil wizard. But Akpapa was always one step ahead. That night, he sensed someone was watching him. He said, "I will have to come back for Usi." Using his dark powers, he tracked Odia back to his home. As Odia lay asleep, Akpapa appeared into his hut. With a swift, silent movement, he ended Odia's life with his axe. The next morning, the village awoke to yet another tragedy. Now, there was a problem and confusion, as the tree wondered how to help Osi out of this tragedy. The tree and Akpapa have a strong covenant. None were to interfere in each other's business, as Akpapa sacrificed his heart for the tree, just to use it as a gateway. Going against the oath can result in great danger and death. As Akpapa's rage grew, he decided to end Osi's life once and for all. Under the cover of darkness, he performed his ritual at the ancient tree, demanding to be taken to the orphan girl. But the tree, having grown fond of Osi, decided to deceive the wicked wizard. Instead of transporting Akpapa to Osi, it landed him at the village shrine, a place of purity and light, where his dark magic hid no power. The village shrine was a sacred place, protected by the ancestors and the village spiritual leaders. As soon as Akpapa arrived, the spiritual guidance, sensing his malevolent presence, awoken. The ancestors did not take kindly to Akpapa's intrusion. The shrine's magic turned against him, and he felt his face twist and deform under the weight of his evil deed. Akpapa screamed in agony. The cries echoing through the village. The village elders who were present at the shrine saw the one feared Akpapa, now a shadow of himself. He confessed to all his crimes, the murder, the blackmail, the wicked schemes, and all. The villagers were stunned to hear all that Akpapa has done, but were relieved and happy. The source of their terror had been unmasked. With his confession complete, Akpapa collapsed and died, and the villagers cried out in joy. The next day, Osi decided to go tell the tree of what happened, as this has become a part of her. She was heartbroken to see the tree has been burned to the ground. The lesson is that evil never pays. There is always a day for reckoning. Thank you all for watching. Please stay tuned for more interesting stories. Likes, follow, comments. I appreciate you.